There we go. We're back. Sort of. So, yeah, is that enough of a concept for you? Is that enough of a concept? Stream survived? Yeah, except you hear a Geiger counter, and yeah, it's still killing my OBS. That's certainly something, that's for sure. So we need to figure out what's causing this issue, because if it's causing this on my PC, it will cause this on your PC. Now, if I don't stream and I create a new world, it will still create the same throttle issue, but obviously I won't be connected through OBS. So it's definitely an encoding issue with hardware. We just need to figure out what this issue is and why it's created such an issue in the first place. Now, this is using Embedium. So it's definitely not Embedium. Yeah, this is fun. Fries, maybe. Oh god. Oh god. Here we go again. It's gonna break again. You want to do, yeah. This is the test. This is the killing test. Stream might die in about 3 seconds. Bear in mind, I have nothing else open. And yet the stream just lags. Yeah, if you, I think if anyone were to load this on a very low PC, you are not loading this pack. So we need to figure out what's causing this issue. If I go to crash logs, I'm happy to send over crash logs to somebody. But yeah, the first challenge is to load in. Exactly. No, in all seriousness, it's not even crashed. That's the problem. But I can tell you immediately. There's a way you can see what the issues are. So I go to logs. And if I scroll down to logs, it's saying that the FML core is missing its TOML file. The Java FML language is missing its TOML file. The low code language is missing its TOML file. MC language is missing its TOML file. Batarium is missing its TerraBlender, LDB. Basically, there's dependencies and libraries, installed libraries that are missing TOMLs. Yeah, that I can see. If in fact, let me share my. Can I share my screen? Because let's find out. I still haven't figured out how to do this just yet. If I switch the window capture on. No, it doesn't seem to want to capture the curse word. Oh, there we go. Look, invalid player data. So there is something causing this issue. We don't know what this is, but that is the throttle test. Send you the log file? Happily, I will copy the log file over. Right, what we'll do is kill the instance. So we can go to intermission, and then we can get the log file. Latest log. Here we go. Few changes. That's a player data overload. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's saying there's no memory leak detected, so it's not a memory leak issue. But then it's having errors with create goggles, for instance. Right, I need to shift and click. If I send you the log file, this is the latest log. It's not a crash log, it's not anything. This is the latest log which we get in Minecraft. So today is mainly going to be finding out what's causing the issue and then figuring out why we can't fix the issue. There are missing TOML files, that is for sure. Create goggles. The thing is, we don't have, when I load in, you don't have guidebooks. From this, it's just picking up create issues, which is fun. Goggle overlay, goggle overlay, goggle overlay, and then it goes into found issue, found mod files and whatnot. So yeah. So attempt to select dependency as a jar for jar, which passes source, Batarium, ldblib, configuration, resourceful lib are all throwing up yellow. And then the TOML files, MC language is missing its TOML file, low code language is missing its TOML file, and java.fm language is missing its TOML file. Okay, so first of all, what we need to do is find out what this is. Sash mods. Java FML language. ABCD. So it's definitely the pack issue. We need to find out where that will be. Cache is fine. Visual Studio Code, VS Code is fine. Configs should be fine. Default configs should be fine. Nothing in downloads. ESM has 2 worlds that are coming up. It really doesn't like the goggles. It really doesn't like it, that's for sure. Generated data is item scrapper. What version is correct? It is 6.06. The next one is 0.67. Which fixes packages, ports, fixes modifiers, fixes back tank, fixes lighting, fixes compatibility with Neoforge, fix potato cannon. There's a lot of fixes. Yeah, there's quite a few fixes here. Fix it, a rare crash with sequence contraptions. Fix GUI fluids being outputs. I'm not seeing one for goggles as of yet. I can't stream this for some reason, so I'll just have a look. Yeah, for whatever reason, it's there's a lot of fixes. Updated to 0.68. Okay, first thing is I need to check which mods I have to disable for this, right? Chemica, I believe this goes up to version 6.8. Yeah, okay. Okay. Next up, create update to latest version. Create crafts and additions. Update to 0.68. Yeah, there we go. Aquatic ambitions. Updates to 0.68. Okay. Copycats. Doesn't seem to be a set file chain. Well, the fact is, it doesn't say. But okay, I guess it'll pick up when it reloads. Create interiors. Let's have a look. Update to latest creators version. That doesn't specify, so I don't know if that will. I don't know if create interiors will work. That's fine if it doesn't. We don't really necessarily need create interiors. What I'd like is create Steam and Rails because they're fun. Okay, so update to 6.68. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Update to that. That's beta. Adastra rocketed? No. No. Imagine that's been the issue all along. If that's the case, what I'll do is I'll just see if I can reach out to the project manager and see if we can just have the project files. I would like the rockets. The thing is, also, there's no point to having those rockets bar from later on in the game. So we can pretty much disable it right now. But I'm turning off rocketed for now. It's updated for the latest version. That was 6.8. Tag issues. Recipe fixes. Right, we can update to the latest version of Create Fracture Must Grow. Vibrant Vaults really look fun, but the thing is, again, we don't necessarily need this. Okay, Vibrant Vaults has to be turned off because it goes up to 6.7, not more. So Vibrant Vaults is turned off. Again, we don't really need it. As much as fun as it is, we don't necessarily need Vibrant Vaults. Right, copycats can be left on. Steam Rails should be fine. Everything else should be fine. There's still a bunch of updates. Item Scrapper. I'm just gonna get rid of it because, as fun as it is, you can just do it in GregTech. Item Scrapper, for instance, was the one that I wanted to do. Basically, you're able to scrap items, and you're able to. Yeah, I've turned off Rocketed. I'm also going to turn off. I mean, Item Scratcher had got an update, so let's have a look. Had a better client sync server. Most issues you're having. Update Scrapper and see what happens now. Okay, right. I'm going to launch the pack. Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, what we'll do is we'll just have the final rocket be. I mean, like already, you think about it. There is still so much we're gonna add to get to that point. So it's necessarily not required for the end game. And also there's only so many planets we can go to at the moment. So I'm happy to kind of just go, yeah. Also, you know, we don't need a 5,000-hour mod pack just to get to the final planet. We can make it difficult to get to that final rocket stage without pushing the boundary really much there. So that final rocket will have to be something like quite ULV or something like that to make it make sense. I'm sure that'll be fine. Right, I'm launching the pack now. I've still got the command override. So for reference, Volts has been turned off, and no, that's it. Volts is the only one that's been turned off at the moment. Actually, I just figured out. I think Great Gigabyte storage might not be able to work. That's also fine. I'm happy to not let that happen. In which case, we'll just have to a vault be as expensive as it is. Again, it's not awful to, you know, get rid of. Everything has failed to load correctly. That's fun. Okay, so it's already picking up an error as we've updated. Bear in mind, we've updated to the latest version. And it's already picking up that error. Yeah, I can literally do it because we can always try. Okay, if I go to profile options, okay, remove the XOG. We don't need this. Press play. Yeah, anything we can want harder, we can just make it literally make it do so. So that's important. Okay. What I've done now is I've turned off I've just adjusted the thing a bit and I've turned off one or two things. So it should hopefully help. Okay, it seems to be gathering fine. Oh, Forge version is 47.416, by the way, if that makes sense to anyone. Okay. All the correct stuff, it seemingly just doesn't want to work. But that's weird because it should all work. I wonder if this is an issue. Shouldn't be. It seems to be rendering fine. It's literally picking up all the correct stuff and it's saying that it's all not working. Huh. Fun. This is updating to 0.68. So interesting. I might update copycats to the latest version. Our Astro Rocket is turned off right now. Crate deco, like other crate ones are not having an issue. I'm turning off interiors. Interiors hasn't been picked up, so it's definitely a thing with crate. Or a forge, because it's basically going out, it's not loading correctly. Always the worst part. Exactly, which is why keep for all. Discard, that's it. Okay, here we go. Open it up. Okay, latest log. I'm reading latest log. Batarium Terra Blender still come up. Let's have a look. Trying a few things up about fancy menu, which is weird. Wow. We're just testing the idea where the issue is. So I don't think it's the dynamic. Remove resource pack. QGS seems to be loading fine. Map not loaded. It's saying that Carol freezing event to send it's sent to a broken mod state. So there's a broken mod in here somewhere. And that seems to be great. It's basically saying sound engine. Everything seems to break immediately after that, and then it picks up saying FML launcher. And it's like, no, unable to find textures. It's like not picking up any textures at that point. And it then breaks Atlas. What's Atlas? Like, I don't have Atlas, so okay, that's very strange. I'll send you to the crash log again. But yeah, this is very strange. It particularly doesn't like Batarium, LDB, LB, and Resourceful Lib. So I will copy this and send you the file. So much need to copy. There we go. Clear. Latest log. Sorry, this is gonna be bug tested today. You're not gonna see anything because I can't stream CurseForge for whatever reason. Apologies. It's gonna be slightly dull. Slightly. Ah, well, there you go. Ponder. There we go. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, it's not updated yet. So what versions? There we go. It's up Ponder.js for Cube.js is. Do we need Ponder? I don't think we really do, but I guess so. Thing is, destroy has never worked completely, so we might just have to get rid of destroy at the end of the day. And if that solves the whole world issue, I'm happy to do that. Because for what I can see, the library might not be fully okay with it. Okay. Less things are breaking now. That's good. Okay, from what I can see, it's petrol park seems to be the problem. Okay. There we go. Update to the latest version. See if this works. It does say +7, so we might have to get rid of destroy. If this doesn't want to work, it is just definitely destroy. As much as it's a really fun idea, I think an alternative would be to add a similar mod to destroy, or adding similar recipes into that matter. We can add our plastic bottles and whatnot from make your own and whatnot. So it's not the end of the world, and it's not something we need to worry about too much. Petrol parts. Yeah, petrol parts is basically the library for create destroy. Create destroy is how you. It's basically thematic craft. So yeah, that's. I mean, honestly, if that's the case, it's fine. And we have found a problem. And I would like you to all put your guesses in to what mod specifically has failed to load. Or it's just called destroy. It is just called destroy. I would like you to. I'd like you to guess what mod has just been flagged up that is going to be removing. I think at this point we are going to remove destroy. There is only a few things that have using different destroy, which is the sieve, which we don't need. Yeah, because like I think the sieve. Oh no, the mechanical sieve is from the sieve. Yeah, the sieves and whatnot are from destroy. Destroy just failed to load clearly. Destroy broken. Oh, well, okay. Well, I pressed leave menu. I'm in the game, which doesn't make sense. Vibrant volts. Probably. We're gonna keep that off. We don't need that. Destroy. Yeah, destroy is a bit tough. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're on reference. We are 1.13. And it's updated 7 months ago. Okay, so we're gonna have to get rid of it. There's no way about it. That's annoying because silica is from destroy. A lot of our things, a lot of our cubed stuff is from silica. But for whatever reason, it wants to load now, which is very strange. This is the most bizarre. The mechanical parts for destroy is split as petrol's parts. Hang on. Yeah, yeah. I demonstrated what happened. What would happen if we loaded a world copy? Petrol's parts. Petrol part destroy. Does it compiling? No worries. I'm not. I've seen a pneumatic tube, corner shaft. Let me have a look at library. Camera, base and lead, extrusion die, destroyed, quality. Crash when processing items or press. We're updated to the latest version. Yeah, copy. The crash. Yeah. I know what high quality is. It's not what I wanted. But yeah, I mean, like, the right quality bill. No. If it loads now. But then yeah, fancy overlay menu seems to work. I want to see what happens. Okay, this might break stream. Oh yeah, immediately crashes. Okay, so what? Okay, so we can make a sieve. We can make a mesh. Right, let me have a look at CubeJet. So let's see what we can get rid of. So silica, we could make silica. What's a similar mod that adds silica? That's what we want to know. So I want to add silica. We don't need to worry about a destroyed dynamo because that's get removed. Crush sieving, yeah. Destroy sieving gets removed. I wonder if they GitHub. Do they have a GitHub? They won't port, so we're not going to be able to port stuff. So they might have a GitHub, and maybe there's a version there that it's going to work, but it won't be released publicly. Let's have a look. GitHub. Repositories. Destroy. Let's see. I'm just trying to look through. Branches. This is a 1.1 people. I don't know how to read a thing. We can't port it, so we have to get rid of it. So actually, destroy sieving no longer will be a thing. That's fine. Stone cutters, we are going to get rid of that recipe because that's a dumb recipe anyway. Copper coils. I'm just double checking my. Okay, I can share my screen now because I think we can happily do this. Okay, what I'm loading up is Visual Studio, and I'm gonna get rid of all the destroyer recipes. I'm gonna be open to ideas of mods similar to destroyer. Okay, let me have a look. That seems to be fine. Right, let me just look up.
I need to be bread!
I need to be bread! Hey, Baza, would you like to guess what singular mod we are going through today and breaking? You know, we're on create 0.68. And we're just kind of cooking here. We're just trying to figure out why after updating. So obviously, there's the issue is when you load into world, it causes the stream to crash, which is no, that's not very good. You mentioned destroy Adam. Yeah, we're getting rid of it. We are yeeting it off the stratosphere because yeah, I updated the Petrol Park library. It is just a 2x2. Yeah, it is. It's a shaped. It's a shaped recipe. I mean, it might be just shapeless. Womp, womp. Yeah. Anyway, hello. Yeah. So, right now, true. I can do shapeless. I'll do shapeless in a bit. I'll come back to that. It's on line 51. Yeah. So, I'm looking at no shapeless. I will come back to it. Don't worry. I'm just getting. I'm just checking. I'm just checking. Yeah. No, the coffee is fine. I'm gonna come back to. I'm just looking to see if I can find any destroy items in the pack file. I promise you, I won't touch it. 120.1. Yeah, it's 120.1. Yeah, we're looking for. So, Baza, if you know any version, Control F, destroy. Here we go. Mesh, silica. So we want a mod that is similar to destroy that adds. I mean, Funati Craft is fucking close enough, right? I mean, it also has stainless steel, which we can already make. There is anything about that. Hold on, that's fair. That is fair. It basically adds a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I mean, we can make silica. Silica is not a hard thing to do. Yeah, I mean, silica's pretty easy to do, and we'd have to remember the recipe for it, but it's easier to do. We could also make it a Greg recipe as well. Does Greg Tech have silica? Silicon dioxide. Which it does. Okay, silicon dioxide. Okay. So that's one way of doing it. Is this a Greg Tech pack? It's a space race pack. Entire PC is lagging that shit. Yeah, I'm afraid that this is the but the scope is basically I want to do like a space race pack. So think of Attack of B Team, but instead you go to it. We've had to disable Adastra rocketry right now because we're trying to go through what's causing the issues, and I think we found the issue. It has been causing a gremlin industry for a while. So we are going to be creating basically a Korean version of silica and mesh. We can make mesh easy peasy anyway, so it's not like we need to really mess around with it. And yeah, it's not like we need to worry about it too much. I think there's loads of mesh options anyway, so I'm not too bothered by that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to aspirate and start making a mesh. It's a bit of a shame, really. No? Yeah, it does, but what happens? So we're trying to diagnose a problem right now. So when we launched the mod pack, we're using CubeJS. Yeah, I know it's not the greatest thing to use, but it's the better thing for me because I don't code and shit. What we use is when we launch the pack and we create a new world, basically it crashed stream, which is never happened ever on another pack. So ads are going to start in 30 seconds. So I'll wait until ads start and then I'll explain. So it's got 30 seconds until ads. But yeah, basically when we load up the world, it's crashed. That's a first. What? Yeah. Welcome to bug testing 101. I'm pretty sure it's destroyed, but I've got ads in 10 seconds, so I will come back to you as ads return. So you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ad time. Yeah. Stretch. Yeah, it's a first for sure. It's a first. That's for sure. We got said add spread space. Yes. Do I have immersive engineering? I do in fact have immersive engineering installed. Yeah, it's up to date as well. Yeah, there's the ads. There's the ads. Immersive geology. Okay. All processing. Ooh. Oh, Basu, you've given me too much power. Immersive materials. Ooh. So what's this? Small ad. What? Bread. Oh, wait, no. Huh? There we go. I was like so confused. I was like, what's happened? It's very slow. Thank you. Thank you for subscription. Okay. Immersive geology. Add new veins and resource. Oh, there's a snapshot thing. Bread. Yeah, bread. I mean, look at this. It's going to say. I'm gonna look at the video. Ooh, I like this. Ooh. Oh, this is sick. All right, let me share the video. Let's see if I can actually work it. Rework it, which you don't have to do. Oh, you know what? That I'm installing this. I want. Does it? I want to see if it adds silica. I mean, I'm gonna make some silica anyway because that looks cool. Oh god, you've given me too much power, Baza. Okay, I'm gonna load the pack up again. But yeah, basically every time we loaded up, it was crashing. And yeah. That's a first for any pack. Teehee. Teehee indeed. Yeah, reworking materials is a pain. I mean, what I'm trying to do is not give myself too much. I mean, would you like to see the lines? I'll turn off my VTuber for a second so you can see the chaos. I'm afraid that this is hell. Avert your eyes if you do not wish to see such hell. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the image? Here it is. Here we go. Yeah, I'm now the dimethyl terephthalate line, which adds polyethylene tetraphthalate. Polyethylene tetraphthalate is how you make mylar. Mylar is how you put it on space rockets. Space rockets require mylar. If you know your science, that requires antimatter. If you know your science, that requires ethylene glycol. If you know your science, that requires BH tetraphthalate and requires high HV pH pellets. Woo. Yeah, so that's yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to add in the thing, but yeah. I'm going to launch the pack now. I'm back now. Right. Let's see if it throws up the error now that we've removed destroy. Have I removed destroy? I can't remember if I removed destroy. I'm gonna remove destroy. I don't think I removed destroy. I'm gonna remove it. I need to remove it. Right. Destroy is getting removed. I've witnessed the horrors. It's fine. This is fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's just more what this pack is it's just realistic chemistry and recipes. So you will require to using. Oh yeah, this is what we're talking about. Yeah, it's just loads of fun. But yeah, basically that I forgot to remove destroy. Okay, now I remove destroy. Petrol parts should be fine. Adds one or two things that we might need, so it's fine. These are horrors. I do have sanity for your soul, but also, I mean, have you ever thought about what sorbitol might be? Because sorbitol is going to be used for making. Yeah, there's this like sorbitol is used for many things. Ethylene glycol, for example. Polyethylene tetraphthalate, mylar. You know, To make Mylar, you need to do all the other things and do that and do that. So Mylar line is about 5 lines wide before you even get there, and it's HV. So yeah, I mean, needless to say, have you come to witness my war crimes? This is just Space Race with war crimes. Yeah, I mean, downside of no destroy. Yeah, I mean, like, what, we miss silica and some of the no crystal. No, it doesn't add that. No, that you're thinking of the other one. What we want is the one that adds a day to surpass Opa 1214. What? I'm going to what? Okay, hang on. Let me have a look. What is Opa one? I'm scared. What's that? What is it? Okay. I removed after Astro Rocketry as well, so we can actually feasibly launch this. What is Barza, do enlighten me to what is Opa 1214 and enlighten the classroom here. For the instance of baby blue, it's just wintergreen oil. Yeah, like I said, we won't be able to use. I mean, like the majority of Destroy was I like the silica, it added some cool stuff, but the majority of what the VAC stuff does is informatic craft, which we're going to use anyway. We don't necessarily need Destroy to do what we need to do. We can just add materials and minerals when possible. I'm always up for some suggestions. Barzo suggested this lovely mod that we've added, and now I'm happy. I look at the ponders and I go, delicious. Baby blue said, "Baby blues." You know, no, we can't. Plants, we can't actually make. We can't use destroy because destroy isn't compatible. It doesn't. We can't. We don't know if this is Oprah is a chemical used for flotation for pure for flotation or for purifying metals. Oh, fun. Yeah, I can't actually install amendments. Apparently, it just breaks every time we do it. So, right, shall we actually launch the world? This might crash stream. Fair warning. Autism activated. You're fine. Don't worry. Hey, at least I don't have to worry about Destroy being like an early game thing anyway, so that's fine. Right, we're loading the pack. Oh no, it's still breaking. It's still breaking. The stream's breaking. At least my mic's not freezing again. It's just barely hanging on. The throttling is still happening. The throttling is still happening. Oh no. Okay, we're live. We've surpassed the throttling. Yep, it's not crash stream, but it's still causing that issue. So we haven't solved it as of yet. It could just be me. It could just be a me thing. Memory leaking is leaking. Plug it up. Yeah, this is a memory leak issue. We need to figure out how we fix the memory leaks. I've got all the leaks which says it does fix the memory leak issue, and it does say there is no memory leaking issue, but I don't know why, if that's the case. I'm scared now. Everything's breaking. The mic's not breaking, which is good. Which means that the encoding in the Wi-Fi is fine, right? Stream alive. 2 errors, right? I know those errors are. That's more like a torrent. Yeah. I run the well, we're gonna get Chloe to do that for us. Yeah, this doesn't exist. Chloe's gonna be testing everything for us this afternoon. So what we don't do today is we don't do today. So yeah, like for example, this is chemical. We're making conductor paste at the moment. Item vaults are fine, you know, they're craftable. Capacitors are getting changed. Well, not. But like you only get 1 book as you join in. But I want to have a look at what's it called? Immersive geology, right? Okay, here's the thing. We have hot iron, which is a really fun mod, but we might need to remove that as well. So immersive geology. Okay. Oh, here we go. It adds silicon ingots. It adds adds gears. Adds gears. Okay. It's fluorite. It's saltpeter. Cryolite. Cobalt. Cuprite. Anatase. Bauxite. Native lead. And maltite. Oh. 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 Oh, that's fun. I love this. Uranite. Redstone copper. Redstone copper. Ooh. Ooh. Fun. So it adds a load of stuff. All right. Charcoal. Okay. Oh. Okay, so this adds a lot of stuff. High speed. Adds a bunch of stuff. There is no such thing as a foundry yet, but it does exist. You got reverberation furnace. Oh, this is fun. Okay. There's a lot of fun things in here. Might need to disable the minerals, or at least use this as our main mineral source. Alternators. Oh, I'm having far too much fun with this already. I want to know, is there such thing as silica? The silicon slag, the silicon oxide, which is what we want. Silicon oxide is that. So we could just use silicon oxide. Yeah, we'll use silicon oxide for this then. We don't need to make a sig for it. We go back to our Visual Studio, which we need to figure out what this is going to be called. We favorite that. Slash gear. Start at just one. called? Oh, I don't know what the actual scene is called. What is the actual ID called? Tag. Chef give massive geology. We're just gonna keep going down until we find the oxide then. Chemical clean flask. I like the idea of the clean flask. Copy if you want. I can give you the files, and you can also have a look. Crushed ore. Crystal. Appetite bauxite, copper, gypsum, magnetite. It's far right, you're right. So this adds in some Greg set stuff as well, which is really fun. I like the idea of the poor minerals and whatnot. Silicon grit. Ingot. Metal. It's avoid debate. Oh yeah, no, that's fair. I didn't know if you were interested in helping or not. I just wanted to double check if you wanted to, but it's fine. We'll get Chloe on the case. I would recommend don't stream this, Chloe, if you're hearing this. This will kill your PC. I mean, it loads. You just need to find out which mod is causing this issue. I feel like it's the item scrapper, in which case I'm going to remove it after this. We don't really need it anyway. Immersive geology, silicon. Okay, we need mesh now. Yeah, we could for this we could just use the meshes from here. Is there there's normal meshes. There's carbon fiber. We could make mesh. So we could make mesh. Yeah, because that graphite fiber, we know that adds that. So I mean, this is a really nice recipe anyway. We might not necessarily need to do what we want to do. What's a good replacement though? What have we got? We haven't got meshes. We could use carbon fiber. No, we're not going to do carbon fiber. What could we do instead of that? Look at string. Stringy cobweb. Synthetic string. Synthetic string requires you to use rubber, and that gives you. Oh, I like the fact that name tags are crafted this way. Oh, that's cute. I like that recipe, but that's getting changed. Well, I mean, I guess that would be like an iron rate. That'd be a. Wow. I guess that kind of does make it to be a string spool and die. Yeah. I like that idea. Mesh. What would mesh be? Oh, you can't see because I keep forgetting to press the window. Curse myself for this. Curse myself all the time. Right. Let's have a look. By the way, we actually have concrete levers. How cool is this? Colored concrete levers. Actual levers that you can use and actual concrete stuff you can do. You have concrete panels. Look how cool these are. Look at the plates. You have actual fence posts as well. Why? I have no idea, but like, kind of look how cool that is. A concrete gate. In real life, you would not be able to do much about that, but I think in terms of decoration, it's quite fun, especially for like kind of like if you wanted to do like a kind of pure color build. Oh, it's nighttime. You know what that means? We can get bed. Look at that! Look at this! Look at how cool this is. You can see it speed up. I love that. But yeah, okay. So we got silicon dioxide, so we don't need to necessarily worry about that. So for our mesh, what could that be? Oh, I think I got rid of these. Did I not? I thought I got rid of these things. Maybe it's just just these ones, the small ones, which will give you the sky stone. I'll have to double check the configs again. Country roads, take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, and mama, country home. Right, I'm having a look at kind of what mods, or we could just make a mesh. Not that hard to do. No, I mean if you're starting in the desert, you might be screwed. Okay, let's go into our window capture. Let's select this. Let's select this. Let's select that. So mesh. You get like a nice shape. Could be like a round thing. Trying to think, what would that look like? So could be like this. I do use this for textures and sprites. Yeah, no, I'm used to using this. I'm currently like kind of experimenting on what mesh would look like. I've enjoyed a block bench. Block bench is fun. Are you going to try and get some rest copy? No worries. Enjoy your rest copy. Sleep well. Yeah, we'll hopefully we'll figure out the the world gen issue. It's definitely not like a massive world gen issue, so it's definitely something to do with overloading and memory leaking. It shouldn't have this issue, and that's why it's. Thanks for streaming. Good luck with the pack. No worries. I will have much good luck with it. Hopefully, we do manage to sort the stuff. Play around, see if I can figure out. That would be really good. Hopefully, I did say warning. This will probably kill your PC. uh, and I don't mean that in the lightest terms. Right, let's have a look. This is the first issue I've ever encountered with MODPACK. Anyway. Like, the mesh would probably be this. Quite like the idea of this. Fine. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, I've currently got it allocated to 12. It seems to run reasonably fine. I mean, it loads. It just seems to be. It doesn't like the encoding for some reason. And that's where we need to figure out what issue that might come under. So this is what our mesh kind of looks like now. Just trying to get like a kind of good kind of example. Maybe something like this. Oh, should we have some music? I'm worried I can't play music on YouTube though. I haven't fixed that issue. Do I incur the risk of a copyright strike on this stream once it's finished? Do I incur the risk? I don't know. For reference, my stream output and everything shouldn't be affected by this, but yeah, it is. Oh no, I can see the problem. I'm gonna have to fix that later. Right, I can see the problem where it might be causing. My OBS has still got the display resolution at 4K, which I can't actually stream at. So that might be why I'm having so many issues. If this is in fact just me issue, that is hilarious. I just yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You set your YouTube and Spotify sources to output track 6. So it doesn't output the VODs. Yeah, the thing is I'm dual streaming. So what I am is I'm streaming on here and I'm streaming on YouTube. The main reason I do that is so I don't have to keep uploading the VOD to YouTube. And I can just have it on the live stream page. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. There are ways you can get around it, but I haven't quite set that up. So unfortunately, you're going to have to deal with the silence today and random illegitimate noises. So apologies for that. Have we got the game noise up? Yes, we. Oh no, we haven't. I realized that we hadn't. It was still on Fall Guys. Okay, now you can hear random illegitimate noises going. Ah. Right. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what kind of mesh would this be under. I like the idea of the mesh being like this. So maybe I go for that. But like that. Just have it white. And it needs raw mesh fibers. Or raw, just string, and that makes you one mesh. Yeah. Let's do that. Oh, you can't see. We can't. I need a hotkey. I need a hotkey. Tell you what, I need a hotkey. That's what I'm talking about. I just have this similar. We just have it like very similar. So let's get rid of all this. Mesh. So we want something like this. So I like the idea of it being so this is on the edge. So let's have that. Now. 1, 2, 3. Let's do this. So I can always move it later as well. So we'll just get a rough shape and okay. I'll put the Minecraft music because it doesn't copyright if you're streaming. It's on twice on. No, sadly, there's no Greg Tech material builder for fiber, so that's why I have to make it manually. I should have food at 2 o'clock as well. We've done good enough at the moment. I mean, we've streamed what from 12 till 2, so maybe we've got good hours. Even if we don't get things done today. So yeah, it is. And so this. So it's the middle more like that. Huh, split that. Yeah, this is confusing. So let's have it like that. There we go. There we go. We kind of got our shape. Yeah, I think that kind of is good. So now we kind of got our shape. Now we got to just sort of fill in this. And this will be for any mesh type things. Then we can kind of create a kind of mesh kind of thing. It's kind of got like a pinky hue. I'm not good at texturing, so this is just the first time for me. I say I'm not good at texturing. There are plenty of good examples of me doing texturing. Right, so there's a lot of borders around this, so for this. Maybe have it there. Let's have a look at actual string. Look at dark grey. Yeah, dark grey. Bit lighter than this, I think, but roughly what we're looking for is something like this. A little bit lighter. So, something like this. That's a little bit too. Just a little bit lighter than that. There we go. How about this? Da 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 da. There, stop adding the pig can. Right, so kind of got like a general shape going. So we kind of got our arch. Hmm. Hmm. Why is it when I look up at string mesh that it comes up with everything? Ooh. Hmm. So for this, it kind of would go down like this. Sorry, a lot of concentration going down. Kind of like this idea. You've kind of got like a kind of meshy kind of white there. That kind of looks good. What if we try to blur it in? How would this look? Okay, this looks awful. The blur strength would be easy to be turned down way. Let's have a look. There's no blend tool in here. That's the only problem. We've got jumble tools. That could be fun. No, that's not what we want. I'm trying to think. What could be a good idea? For this kind of design, we want a white. Highlight the areas. We want it very soft, so we want to turn this opacity down. That's a bit too soft. Still a bit too soft. No, I quite like the idea of this being a string mesh. This kind of looks okay for now. Kind of looking at the kind of composition of this, a little darker in some cases, a lighter in others. Okay, that kind of look good. I mean, from distance it looks amazing. From up close, not so much. That's kind of what we're going for, pretty much. Maybe a softer, more whitish pink. So maybe more like a bluey color instead. Can't just do that. That looks good. I'm just gonna try and match. I'm gonna lower the opacity to about 28. Try and lighten it up a wee bit. Okay, let's try the jumble tool now. Or the blur tool, whatever. I'm quite happy with this. I mean, it's pretty much just mesh at this point. You kind of get the understanding of it. Right, I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna switch off the window so I don't show stuff. I mean, it's pretty much to what we want. So we're gonna call this. Let's call this. Let's not save it in the liminal spaces tab, please. Let's have it in there. We're gonna call this. What's it called? String mesh. Okay, we have added string mesh to this. So we want to now add a custom recipe, custom items, event.create. String mesh. Alright, let me get out the window again. I'm still. Oh, that's still the wrong window. I need to set multiple windows for when I'm deving. That's for sure. Remind me to do that. Do it, moment. So we're just gonna do this. Call it string mesh. Okay, so there we go. We got our string mesh involved, and that's our string mesh. That's gonna give us what we need there. For our materials, let me have a look at, we don't need the dynamo here, that doesn't exist anymore. Oh, here we go. It's called CubeJS. So we get CubeJS down, bring it down here, and we're going to call it destroy. We get rid of this, so we call it string mechanism. Okay. So CubeJS, we call it string mesh. So we go. To make string mesh, we'll come around to that once we get there. But there we go. We've kind of got our rough kind of idea of what we're going for. Okay. Time is it? 1:42. I'm gonna load into the other one and see if we can feasibly load this. I'm very scared because that might have I just rocked inside. Let's figure it out. Hopefully it's fine. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll just to get to that point. You need the circuits. You need the proper combinations, and you need to make sure you have everything. So once we got after that bit, it's more about chemicalization and immersiveness, and also kind of using those trickery materials. And past that point, you can just make more stuff, which is fun. So let's give it a try. Load world. Okay, it seems to be loading fine. Got new activity in Teams. What is going on? Oh, there we go. Kicked in. Yeah, there we go. We are currently surviving. Very currently. We have survived the first initial launch. By the way, this that thing is so really nice. I love it. I don't like the other one. I like the fact that we have this one. It's kind of cool. Oh god. Okay. The mic's flashing. The mic's flashing. The mic is flashing. I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't like this. The stream's dying. Okay, we're fine. Fine, we survived. We survived. We survived. We survived. We survived. We survived. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, yeah. That's all that. Yeah, that's all the same. That's all the same, so that's no problem. Right, today. Okay, so we're looking at all these. Where's these? I got inspired by you, Bowser. I did the thing. Look at this. Are you proud of me? This is amazing. It shows what kind of output. And we can always switch to Minecraft to kind of show what we're kind of working on today. Today we are also going to come up with so this is going to be our silver face. What I'm thinking is on top of that is that this is your most expensive recipe. But there'll be a slightly cheaper version you can make to make mix solvent and to make this. So you will be able to craft this with different conductivities. It's just going to be a little bit more slower. So that's what I'm working on today to work out how we're going to make this, which is the conductor paste. Yeah, like and then that goes into our 747 aluminum rocket. Or aluminium rocket, as you would like to call it in the UK, aluminium. Oh, what's this? I'm getting distracted. Piece of candy. We'll definitely need to stretch it a bit. So, break is very much due very soon. Okay, so if I So if I load up the page in draw.io, so this is our root B. So this is what we've currently got here. So to make this, you need epoxy resin, polyethylene diol mixer, and then you put it in a decent base. You mix that with silver. You put that in a planetary mixer. Or there will be an easier way if you don't want to go around it. This planetary mixers will just be multi-blocks you can use to make anything. Oh, straight. Oh, God. Oh, my neck and back. So what we want to do now is to find out how we can create this. So I'm going to figure out a good way. So let's think. So let's look at our current recipe here. So we know that that creates the ethanol bucket, ethanol ethoproxanol, ethyl acetate, and excess mixed solvent. Our mixed solvent will be used for glues and other things when we use it. So this is going to still be used for glue, like super glue and whatnot, and that still produces that. So that has to be used. Mixed solvents are really important. I don't know what the mixed solvent will be, whether that will be a beaker or something. I like the idea of the chemical stuff, so that's very fun. So our next idea is to understand where we're going to go for this. So let me grab up the PDF files. And she's back on the PDF files, chat. She's back on the PDF files. She's getting all those informations. Yes. Yes, I am. And there's nothing you can do about this. Okay, let's find where this is. I'm going to try and find it on the window page without sharing my screen just yet. So let's go through this. Scroll, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. Here we go. From propylene glycol. That's our ethoproxanol. So this is copper. So this requires you to make an antioxidant, which extends shelf life. So antioxidant additives. So antioxidants examples would be ascorbic acid. We've got ascorbic acid. Used for stop right. Used to preserve food. Here we go. Anamine antioxidants. Have we got this? Anamine. Diphenylmelamine. Diphenylmelamine is going to be what we're going to be able to use. The aromatic enemy primarily used as applicants stabilizer. Yes, yes, of this. There's a lubricant, that is fine. It's produced by using aniline and a chlorine. We've got aniline in here. No, we have not. So, oh, by the way, I can show you the screen. Let me find it. There we go. Here we go. We are looking at diphenylmelamine. If I can pronounce that right, you can get a cookie. You'll get a cookie for this. So diphenylamine. No, that's not how you pronounce it. Diphenylamine. No, diphenylamine. 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 I can't pronounce this. Diphenylamine. Okay, there we go. Diphenylamine is produced by heating a mixture of aniline and aluminium chloride to make diphenylamine. So we're going to be using this because this is how you're going to be making the mixed solvent. Okay, you haven't got aluminium. Have you got aluminium? No, you have not. So we're going to add a few things. That comes from set things. So yeah. So we're going to produce this. So this is going to go here. So let's turn off here and let's get this up, ready to go. So this is our mixed solvent, which is going to make this. So we don't need to worry about this. So let's get some paper. Let's get a bunch of paper. We're going to need it. We're going to need it. Right. Paper. This is going to be called aluminum chloride. So aluminum chloride is going to go here. We then need to put this with aluminium. So grab this aniline. How do we make aniline? Oh, hydrogenation of nitrobenzene. I don't think we have nitrobenzene, right? Yeah, no, so nitrobenzene gives us, that will give us what we need later, so that will give us aniline. So you just need a hydrogenation of aniline and includes copper, platinum, and whatnot. But yeah, this is what we need to initially create. Oh, you can't see what I'm calling it. Anyway, well, we'll continue. Not going to pay any attention to this. So this is that how you pronounce it? I'm pretty sure it's not the way you pronounce it. New. Slightly one eye, which I got wrong. So that is this. So aniline and that will mix into this. We're just going to do a mixer for this to represent any mixer will do. So we use this one. So this will make what we're going to call our next thing is, which is diphenyl. I can't pronounce this again. Diphenylamine. Diphenylamine. I mean, diphenylamine. 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 Okay. Diphenylamine. It's gonna. This is hard. This is hard. Okay. I mean, right. This gives you diphenylamine. Right. There we go. There we go. So this will make diphenylamine, which will give you the. So this is going to be your cheapest recipe. So silver. This is your most expensive recipe. This is your slightly cheaper more recipe. This is going to be your more efficient recipe. Well, this is more efficient, but it's more expensive. This is more your cheaper recipe, which you'll be able to have. Probably around about HPE. So you'll be able to make this, but you'll need diphenylamine, and that will give you what you need here. And then we'll do what we need here. So yeah, next up. So we need this and that to make that and that. Diphenylamine. And just for this, we don't really need to show this, but I'm going to anyway. I'm going to show my window because I forget to fucking capture this about a million times. And I'm definitely going to work towards having to figure out how YouTube stuff works. Do remind me, Alan and whatnot. Okay, so a mixture here. We're not going to specify how much buckets that is. That's going to be when we start actually integrating it into the system once we have all the materials. So like I said, we're working backwards because I want to make sure we get this ready to go. And this is what I like about this. I like working backwards. It's because it adds what we need. So aniline and aniline chloride. That might be produced by other things. So aniline. Then we need aniline chloride, which is a white solid. Ooh, okay. So that's just maybe that might be chloride. It's an organic compound. Oh, it's an actual thing. It gives you commercial polymers. Interesting. So just it spawns in. So that might be more of a like you might need to find that. Don't know how I'm gonna be able to do that just yet, but that will be something I'll have to figure out down the line. But yeah, that's mixing that. Which gives you it's basically a whole material. I mean, one of the things we could do is just kind of go like, all right, here's how you put the whole thing. Yes, the whole thing, really, not this. Correct. There we go. Have it in nice big brackets that we're using this. Put that definitely. I mean, diphenylamine. Diphenylamine. There we go. Diphenylamine. You know what? We're gonna spend the next hour trying to pronounce this. It's gonna be funny as hell. Right. Next up in our thing, we want to take our diphenylamine. Move this back a wee bit. So mix that. Gives us our next period of economics. Oh my god, it's 2 o'clock. Have we been streaming for 4 hours again? No, we've only been streaming for 2. I've got to do a meeting at 2:30. Okay. Okay, we might need to wrap this up. Okay, hi Kirby, and thank you for the break time. I'm not gonna go for a break because I've said I would do a meeting at 2:30. I've just realized I need to do that, so we've done 2 hours today. So all right, let's crack on and finish this. Break time. I will do break time after stream. I'm gonna finish stream early. Yeah. Gotta get this. Basically, I've got a proposal to finish. Yeah, I thought I was half two. We started streaming. Yeah, it's after 4, isn't it? I was thinking like, am I doing after 2? I was thinking of 10 o'clock, and it's not. We're doing a stream at 10. That's fine. I've already organized it. Okay, well, we're gonna wrap it at half 2 today. Yeah. How you doing, Kirby? Hope you're doing well. I mean, we've done a fair bit. I might do most of this off stream anyway. And I've still got to fix the issue of how this works or whatnot. But we've done a fair bit today. Learning a lot. You're learning a lot. Wait, what? I hope it's not me that you're learning a lot from, because I don't know what I'm doing. So this makes you an antioxidant additive. So that gives you definitely that's the antioxidant, and that's all of that in there. So this 1, 2, 3, 4. This adds extra. So then this goes here. Okay, I can just copy this over. Oh, bit of freaking live too. Okay. Yeah, because I need to what, get this done, and then I realized I needed to do a bunch of stuff. But we've done a fair bit today, so that's fine. So we put this in a mixer. And then we'll do this. We'll wrap up a little earlier because I said I'll be there by 2:30. So I'm just gonna speed through this a little bit. So that creates that. That gives us a mixer option. And then that will probably give us our mix solvent. Yeah, that'll give us a mix solvent. And then pretty much we want our adhesive base later. So what can we add into our adhesive base? Probably. Oh, this will give us a modified solvent. I think we'll just give this this is just an old recipe, in which case I'm not going to do modified solvent for this. Well, we'll use this, and we'll use that with a adhesive base. Antioxidant. So we want our tiny dust in this case. Oh, that's that's the wrong page. And that gives us our adhesive base. Yeah. We will use copper for this. There we go. Put that in our planetary mixer. And then there'll be other ways that you can do this as well, but we're going to cover today. We'll wrap it up at past. And then we'll give it our conductive paste. Yeah, right. Okay, I realized that I thought I was like, oh, it's only 2 o'clock. What time is it? And I was like, oh shit, it's 2 o'clock. Go for break. And I realized, oh shit, I've got a meeting at 2. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We did 2 hours, so it's not bad. But that is the wrong capture, Jess. There we go. So today we kind of just did some bug testing, which is still kind of there. We're still got to kind of figure that out, but we've got our first, our second line in, which is diphenylene, and you need all of these, which requires mixing and doing that, and that gives you the copper. So if you want a more cheaper recipe, this is how you'll be able to do it. So this is just your cheaper recipe, but your early game recipe we'll still have to figure out, which I think is going to be graphite, which is a conductive paste. So that might be another one to do. But yeah, unfortunately, I have to call it, I'm afraid, because I have to get on with some mod dev. I need to get on with doing a meeting. I forgot to organize that. So what we'll do is we'll come back to this later. So yeah, well, obviously I'm gonna sit in VC after the meeting with Chloe, and I'll figure out some other stuff, figuring out what could be causing the issue once and for all. We're just gonna slowly progress this, and once it's usable, then we're gonna start using, just be able to create worlds without having the same issue over and over again. So next stream we're going to be looking at the third option for conductor paste, and then we'll be looking at making the lines for ethoproxanol. We're going to be looking we got aniline and chloride. That's going to be a material. So yeah, so the ethyl acetate and ethoproxanol are the next lines in the thing. Oh, polyurethane diol is also another thing. Yeah, I don't think we have pure polyurethane yet. No. That's also another thing we need to make. So we've got 3 lines we need to finish before we can kind of call the conductor paste finished. So yeah, that's the mix of the things. So this is making conductor paste, which is kind of an early game, step by step. So yeah, we kind of got some stuff done. Yeah, we're gonna call it there today, chat. Unfortunately, it's a little bit shorter than I wanted to run for, but it is what it is, and I can't do nothing about it. So thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll be back with deving on Tuesday next week. I think we should be back as usual time, usual week, but I'll let you know when we get around to next week. If you are interested, we'll be playing some TFP on Copy Stream on Thursday. I won't be streaming then. Oh no, I am streaming Thursday. I forget. I am streaming Thursday, but I might be streaming TFP. Unless I am streaming TFP. And I think I am streaming TFP. Alright, Thursday we are streaming TFP. Saturday and Sunday will not be a TFP stream for me, but obviously I don't know about Saturday yet, but we'll figure it out when we get there. So if you're interested, Terraformer Greg will be on Thursday. Then next week we'll probably have 4 hours to deal with stuff. Obviously, as the week goes on, I might just have a little bit less availability for deving. So hopefully we'll get that sorted. But yeah, it's been good. We've done 2 hours today, which is not too bad. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get going and wrap it up. So thank you a lot. We are going to go in Mirror Frog. Why not? We will say this now that they are family friendly. So please keep your filthy potty mouths silent. Shut. And we'll be back on Thursday for a 6 p.m. stream. I believe it is going to be a 6 p.m. stream start this Thursday. If you're wondering why I can't stream Wednesday, I just want to leave that stream relatively free so we can we make that day free so I can focus on all the stuff I need to get on with, and also it means I can work on uni work and stuff. So yeah, there's a kind of couple of things I need to focus on that day, so I'm just going to leave that day free. So yeah, so I'll see you all Thursday. If I don't see you next term, I'll see you all for next week. And yeah, like as I said, as the weeks progress, there might be less streams, so I'll keep an eye on that. I'll also remember to make sure I make a dev corner for my Discord. So if you're interested, make sure you join that, and make sure you're wonderful, doing a lot of these things. And it's 2:15, so I'm gonna press raid now. So thank you all, and also if you want a raid message, it is always as usual. Exclamation mark, start address, brings across of chaos. Alrighty, I'm gonna let the bar run out this time. I'm just gonna let it run out. I'm just gonna let it run out. Thank you, everyone. You have been